baseball on tap from New Yankee Stadium. It's the Red Sox and Yankees. Hold on, it's next. About set for baseball now on the show as you get a look at Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Today, it's Game 2 of a 3-game weekend set between the Red Sox and their arch rivals, the New York Yankees. Welcome in, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here to bring you this early season matchup. Alongside me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's focus first on the two starters that get the ball here this afternoon.
Yeah, and you've got a couple of guys here that aren't afraid to challenge you at the plate. They're not afraid to let you put the ball in play and let their fielders make the plays behind them. That should make for a pretty good matchup.
More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Boston Red Sox, as John Farrell's guys will line up like this. And getting his final warm-up tosses in, the starter who they'll be up against, as you see his totals there on the right side of your screen. And a look now at the defensive alignment for the Yankees behind him. Mark Teixeira is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base. Brock Holt will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number one. And with that, we'll call up the scouting report to give you a look at the repertoire for this 27-year-old right-hander. So the base is empty here with one away. And that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Here's the first offering. Fouled straight back. One out, nobody on. Here it comes. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike two. You know, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, EK. They come in just trying to get their feet wet here in this new campaign as they've split their first 4 ball games.
And in terms of the homestand, they've won 2 and lost 2. So not much to say about that except you hate to give away games at home. You like to see a little more consistent effort going forward.
Teixeira is over and he tucks it away for the second out.
On an 0-2 pitch here, he knows he's got to protect. And that's sort of a defensive hack, just trying to make contact. And the result, an easy pop-up.
Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
Open your eyes, huh? What are you looking at? What game are you looking at, huh?
The next pitch. And clearly trying to keep the ball low here. That's ball 2. You still come after him now on 2-0?
I think you have to be a little careful, but yeah, I don't think you can just give up on him.
2-0 on the way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Young has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Red Sox nothing. Yankees coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Starting lineup for the Yankees looks like this. Joe Kelly is on the mound to face them. His greatest challenge in this one will be avoiding the long ball. He's going to be staring down some guys that'll be tough outs in this ball game, but it'll be imperative that he keeps the ball in the ballpark. And in the field, the Red Sox will look like this behind him. Here comes Brett Gardner now as he'll lead things off in the home first.
Leading off for the Yankees, Brett Gardner.
And that's in there for strike one.
And one thing to keep an eye on as this game goes along, first pitch strikes. The more this guy can work from ahead, the better off he's going to be.
Now here it comes. Grounded fouled off to the right side. And the pitch. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Here comes a 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
2-2. Here's a shot now to the gap in right, and he's going to start the home first with extra bases. He'll take the turn and head for second, Gardner not stopping. He's headed for third. And the relay throw is right by him at third base.
That's a nice job of finding that gap to start the inning. This is going to get all the way to the wall. And with his speed, he took one look over his shoulder, and then he turned it on. He's going to make it into third with nobody out.
Chris Young will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Now here's the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
He's set, now the pitch. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike two anyway.
Well, there's the location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, it's going to be on the ground.
Pause, now the pitch. Way outside. 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Here comes the 1-2. And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit well out toward left field. Nava will make the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ballgame.
And after the leadoff triple, and this is just a case of a guy taking care of business out there with a runner in scoring position. All he's trying to do is get something airborne here, and that's mission accomplished as he gets the easy sacrifice fly.
Carlos Beltran will step in for the first time, and as you can see, not the fastest of starts for him this first week of the season. Now here's the first pitch. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. Nava back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Yeah, and this ball was hit pretty well, but it was always going to stay in the ballpark. And you see the left fielder just drift back and make the play on the warning track.
Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira now. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Well, you can tell he's trying to work that pitch away, but he might have left that one a little more over the plate than he intended.
Here's the pitch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Now this is popped up, but room behind the plate for Hannigan. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Second inning upcoming here in the Bronx. It's the Yankees 1 and the Red Sox 0. Mike Napoli leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Leading off for Boston, the first baseman, number 12, Mike Napoli.
First pitch on the way. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, third baseman, number 48, Pablo Sandoval.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And standing in now, the versatile Pablo Sandoval. First pitch coming. And that's off his leg on the mound. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Alan Craig will stand in here, looking to keep the inning alive with 2 gone now in the top of the second. First offering on the way. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Here's the 1-1. And that's taken for a called strike 2.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Now the 1-2. Hit hard back up the middle. And Craig is aboard here. It's a base hit.
And after setting down the first 5 to start the afternoon, he finally gives up his first hit here with 2 outs in the second. Right, let a guy coast through these early innings. You want to mount at least a little bit of pressure out there.
Daniel Nava will get his first cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at first. And here's the first pitch. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. And Gregorius will make the catch, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Yankees are out in front, 1-0. Chase Headley will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. First pitch coming. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. On the way. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
The 1-1.
Here we go.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And, oh, he can't rein it in. The right-hander deals on 1 and 2. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. Here's another 1-2. Line hard deep into left. Nava has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Here's Garrett Jones now. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Now the pitch. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And Napoli will hang with it, and that's out number 2.
Maybe a pitch here that he's trying to do a little too much with. He just can't get on top of it. Winds up an easy pop-out.
John Ryan Murphy get his first chance now, trying to get something started with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Now the pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Pitch on the way. And And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Xander Bogaerts is ready to go here as we begin the third.
Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Now here's the pitch. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And it looks like he'll have extra bases here to begin the third. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double.
Yeah, good chance to get that early run right back. This is a great swing right here. Drive this one all the way out to the wall, and he's into second with a leadoff double.
Ryan Hennigan will get an opportunity now following the leadoff double.
And with his guys down by a run, at the very least, you need to try to shoot something to the right side. Hopefully get that runner over to third with 1 out.
First pitch to him. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. For Bogaerts, he picks up his first 2-base hit of the new season. A runner at second, nobody out.
Watch for a minute.
He's set, now the pitch. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
Ready now on 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there. You worry a little about things snowballing from here?
Well, you know, these are 2 teams that don't traditionally care for each other too much, so we've seen this go south before.
Full count pitch on its way. Swinging a liner back through the box. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Around third is Bogaerts heading for the plate. And the run will score from second to tie the ball game at 1-1.
Center fielder, Brock Holt.
Brock Holt will try it once more. He lined out to start the ball game. First pitch coming. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
And this is what folks mean when they talk about time in the fastball. He looks at the first pitch just to get a feel for the speed, the movement, and then when it goes.
The second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
You know, it's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike 1. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
He's ready. Now the pitch. Hammered the other way to deep right field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with one away.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only one away.
One gone here in the Boston third. And here's the still dangerous left-handed bat of David Ortiz. Here's the first offering. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike one. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
You got to make sure if you come inside, you come way inside. You leave it out a bit, he's liable to hit that thing in the second deck.
1-1 on the way. Slice down the left side, but foul. Runners are at first and third, one away. A big pitch here, 1-2. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Now, how important is it going to be for this guy to throw that curveball for strikes?
I don't know that he necessarily needs to ever throw it for a strike. I mean, if it's around the plate and he's getting guys to go after it, it's doing its job. But if he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it just needs to take.
And he'll think better of trying to score as he holds it third with two away now.
Here's another instance of a ball actually hit too hard to try to score on. He doesn't have to go all that far to make the play here, so it's probably a wise decision not to test his arm.
Let's get him out.
Here's Mike Napoli now. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
Yeah, I don't think this is a guy you want to mess with here. He can hurt you in more ways than one.
The 1-0. And he watches one miss outside, 2-0 now.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Now the 2-0 home. In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
If he would have swung it back, he would have never heard the end of it.
Runners at the corners, two men out. Now the 3-0 offering. And he misses with it for ball four, so the bases will be loaded now with two away.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
Pablo Sandoval will get a chance here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame thus far. Bases loaded now with two away.
Get these guys, all right? Hold those runners.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball lined towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. One run is scored. Now the relay home. And the second run will score as well.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that.
Alan Craig will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Now the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Problems compounding here after a smooth start to the game.
Yeah, whoever that guy was that pitched the first 2 innings, he hasn't shown up yet in the third. He's looked like a completely different guy.
1-0. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Comes set, now the pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
Three runs already home here. .30 is on the way. Let it rip that time. 3-0, but the fastball's by him. 3-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Now the 3-1 pitch. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
Boy, good pitch, good spot. That thing tailed right back over the outside corner.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
Well, when you're already in a deep hole, the last thing you want to do is keep digging. But the walk here is only going to make things worse.
Daniel Nava will dig in with Sox on every base and 2 men out. And this could wind up being a bullpen kind of game as we've got action down there right now when we're only in the 3rd inning. Here's the first offering. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. 1 run scored. And the second run is in. It's now a 5-1 game.
The shortstop, number 2,
Xander Bogaerts will stand in with 2 on and 2 out here in the 3rd. Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, and he takes his eye off it here, and it goes right past him. And now they've got a man out there with nowhere to go. And they will slap the tag on him heading back to 3rd as he really got stuck out there, and the inning is over. So a very good outburst here as 5 runs come across and allow them to take the lead. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Yankees 1. Didi Gregorius makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. And a step off. Now here's the first pitch. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. The 1-1. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. One, 2. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. Here he comes on 2-2. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Sets the 2-2 pitch. Full count. 3-2.
And this is a nice job so far out of that number 8 hole. Taking some pitches, trying to get on, leading off the inning.
Three and 2, here it is. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
This is a much different situation for him on the mound after that 5-run inning. All of a sudden, he's working with a lead now, and he does a good job there of getting that first out.
Stephen Drew will dig in here. Now the first pitch. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, man.
We'll get a look at this dance number again in show motion. And you'll see this catch him right on the cleat, maybe even the big toe. If you're going to get hit, that's not a bad one to take.
Here's Brett Gardner now. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Step on the bag for one. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. 3 innings complete. The Red Sox lead it 5-1. Ivan Nova is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Ryan Hennigan will stand in, an RBI single in his first appearance.
Ryan Hennigan.
And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. Gardner is under it to put it away, and it's a quick 1-pitch out to begin the 4th.
Up next for the Red Sox, center fielder, Brock Holt.
Brock Holt will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch on the way. Now the second pitch of the inning is sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to Teixeira, 2 down. Dustin Pedroia will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around. First offering on the way. And this is fouled back and out of play. Now here it comes. Ball swung on and lifted in the air with some carry out towards left center. Waiting on it is Young, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Takes just 4 pitches to retire the Red Sox. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Chris Young will dig in. He drove in a run with a sacrifice fly his first time.
Chris Young.
First pitch coming. And a good swing there by Young, but this is pulled a bit too much as it'll find the seats out of play. The pitch. And a swing and a miss by Young, as he's prone to do, and he falls behind here 0-2.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to feel a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here. But if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
Beltran will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. First pitch coming. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. More than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
He waits. Now the pitch. That's in there as well. It's a quick 0-2 count.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. Fouled back. Here's another 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. As a look, now the pitch. Now here's a little tapper down that third base line, and this could be a tough play. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Oh, and he takes this one to the opposite field. High and deep to left center. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. Around third and being waved on home. And the run's going to score as they inch back a bit closer. It's now a 5-2 ball game.
These guys hitting 3, 4, 5, they're the ones that are going to have to produce if these guys are going to have any chance of contending this year. He comes through here with a well-struck RBI double.
Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira now. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time.
Well, you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
From the stretch. And a curveball. This one clocked at 78, and it's 0-2. He's set, now the pitch. They'll try another curveball there, but this one misses. It's 1-2.
Well, he watched that one all the way in, and it looked like he almost gave up on it. He's pretty lucky that wasn't called strike 3.
Give him the green light.
The 1-2 now to Teixeira. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Now this is popped up, but room behind the plate for Hannigan. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Well, anytime you get an RBI guy to the plate with less than 2 outs, he does that, he is not happy. That's the kind of at-bat that'll stick with him for a while.
Chase Headley will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. First pitch to him. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. On to first, and Headley's retired here, 2 away.
We'll take a look here at his pitch count. You can see, at least early on, been around the plate quite a bit. 36 strikes so far. So that's a sign that his location is where it needs to be.
Garrett Jones will dig in. He popped out in foul territory his first time. First pitch coming. Now a ball bounced towards the second baseman. Knee high, he barehands it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. We played 4. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Yankees 2. David Ortiz will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Poppy awaiting the 1-0. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
And this is all about handling a guy like this with kid gloves. You know, walk him if you have to, but don't let him be the one to beat you.
2-0 count. The pitch. Too high. And it's 3-0.
And when you need a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk's not on the agenda. You better bear down right here.
Here comes the 3-0. Oh, and he drives one into deep right center. And it's gone. Green light was on, 3-0, and he didn't miss it. A solo home run for David Ortiz as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Well, you figure it's only a matter of time till this guy gets going. That's his first home run here on the season, and you can bet it ain't going to be his last.
Here's Mike Napoli now. Oh, and now this ball's in the air to deep right center. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
The batter, number 48.
Boy, we just saw one ball leave the yard, and this was pretty nearly a second one. It's just another mistaken location. You can see the ball out over the middle of the plate, and one good swing deserves another. And I'll tell you, they were pretty fortunate that this one only resulted in 2 bases, because that could have very easily turned into back-to-back jacks.
Pablo Sandoval will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. And here's the first pitch. Looked like he went around that time. They'll appeal down to third, and yes, sir, it's strike 1. Comes set, now the pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
He's ready now. The pitch. Still sticking with the fastball, but this time he lays off. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
The 1-2. Pitch in the dirt is swung on and missed, so he'll need to get the force at first. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Yeah, he might have thought about going to third for just a split second there, but with nobody out, I think the smart decision was to go ahead and take that out at first base, and that's exactly what he did.
Alan Craig will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Here's the first offering. And this is hit hard up the middle. And that's through for a base hit.
Just a perfect swing right there. You'll see it head down, eyes right on the baseball all the way. Great extension. He just drives this thing into center field to score that runner from third.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Here's Daniel Nava now. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. One pitch on the way. Grounded foul toward the third base dugout. Runners on first with one down. The 1-2 with one away. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Come on, Yankees, let's go.
2-2 pitch on the way. And he puts a pretty good jolt into this one, high and deep to center. And right there for it is Young for route number 2.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you'll hold your breath anytime a ball's hit in the air at this place. But luckily, he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Xander Bogaerts will stand in. 2 hits in 2 trips thus far. Now the first pitch. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Red Sox on top, 7-2. John Ryan Murphy will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the first offering. In there, no balls and a strike. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And now a pitch on the way.
Here we go.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a 2-seam fastball like that, so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
Here comes a 1-2. Had to protect on 1-2, and this is a fly ball out to straightaway right field. There to take it in is Craig, and that's your first out.
And with the big lead, he can afford to take a few chances with that fastball. And here, this one works out for him because this is nothing more than an easy fly ball.
Here's Didi Gregorius. Oh, he checked his swing there and pops this one up. Now the pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
When you're down by 5 runs, you pretty much know you're going to see a lot of strikes. I mean, pitchers don't feel compelled to do a whole lot of nibbling when they've got that big of a cushion. How is he not pulling the trigger?
In now, Stephen Drew. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
The 1-0 home. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Let's go, Yankees.
Ready with the 2-1. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
The 2-2. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Ryan Hennigan will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. First pitch on the way. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Here's the pitch. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Now the 1-1. Oh, this is hit hard towards second. But there's Drew showing his glove as he takes this in for out number 1.
Well, that's a tough part of this game right here. You do everything right and get donuts. Absolutely nothing for it. You see, he goes with the pitch well, drives it the other way, but it's directly to the second baseman. He barely has to move.
Here's Brock Holt now. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, curveballs that have some pretty good bite to them, and then there's some hangers. And this, folks, well, this is a hanger. Well, you can see his eyes light up on that one. That's a mistake pitch if I've ever seen one.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit.
As a hitting coach, that's what you want your hitters to do. Hit the ball right back up the middle. You get into bad habits when you try to pull everything, but here just stays right on it and picks up a solid 1-out single.
David Ortiz will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
And these guys already have one home run here in the inning. And now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
From the belt, the pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul. 8 runs on 12 hits. And no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And he'll step out for a moment to reassess things here on an 0-2 count. And now he'll again ask for time. And one thing you don't want to do is get a pitcher too riled up out there. Pause, now the pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but
in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
And now here's the 3rd time he stepped out. Talk about breaking first here, 1 man out.
Let's go, Yankees.
Now the 1-2 home to Ortiz. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the former World Series MVP.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
Here's the 2-2 offering. And a good battle brewing as Ortiz lays off. It's full 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
The 3-2 pitch. Taken the other way toward left center and fairly deep. Young calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the 2nd out.
Boy, that's the kind of play where you take your hat off and you wipe the sweat off your brow, even if it's cold outside. This guy's getting hammered right now, and he better figure out something quick.
Mike Napoli will step in. He doubled and later scored his last time. Now here's the first pitch. And maybe an excuse me swing there as this is tapped in front of the mound. Throw on to Teixeira is going to be in time, and with it the inning is over. The Red Sox tack on 1 more thanks to the solo home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's the Red Sox 8 and the Yankees 2. Brett Gardner will come in now to begin their half of the 6th, and it's been a struggle for them so far. Just 3 hits through the first 5 innings.
And that's certainly not going to be enough to get the job done. And as the scoreboard bears out, if they want to get back in this game, I think this is the inning that it needs to start happening.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
The 2-0 on the way. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw by Pedroia will be in time, and there's your first out.
Yeah, it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Chris Young will step in. Singled and came around to score his last time. Now the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Up with it there is Sandoval on to first, and Young is retired here, 2 away.
That slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
2 away now in the Yankees 6th. And here's the ever-dangerous Carlos Beltran. Now here's the first pitch. And this will be fouled away. Now the pitch. And a good job to lay off the fastball there close, but it's 1-1. One now to Beltran. Now a swing, and oh boy, ground balls have ruled the inning. A 3rd straight right here. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Still 8-2. Back here in the Bronx, Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. David Carpenter will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Pablo Sandoval will dig in. Took a cold 3rd strike his last time.
Third baseman number 40, Pablo Sandoval.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Here it comes. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high, 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Changeup, and that fades down and away, 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Here comes a 2-2. And a swing and a miss by Sandoval as he couldn't connect that time, and there's one away. Alan Craig will stand in. 2 hits in 2 trips thus far. First pitch coming. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this thing, it's going to be a sure error. But luckily for him, he's got a diesel tanker headed down the first baseline. So he's able to gather this thing up and still get the out at first.
Daniel Nava will stand in. He flew out his last time up. First offering on the way. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
One 1-0 pitch now. Swing and a broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw on to Teixeira to take care of him, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox, but no matter, they lead it 8-2. The first baseman, Mark Teixeira, will stand in now, hoping to get on top of one for a change. He's popped out in successive plate appearances. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, and that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Just their 4th hit of the ball game, but this is one of the better swings they've had all game long, and winds up going for a double.
Here's Chase Headley as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Comes set, now the pitch. Here's a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Seemed like that lead was pretty comfortable coming into the inning, but he's given up a double and now a single here to the first 2 batters, so things aren't looking so safe anymore.
Here's Garrett Jones now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Foul toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The 0-2 once more. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runners are at first and third with none out. A big pitch here, 1-2. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
John Ryan Murphy will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. Now a quick move here to step off and look the runner back. He's ready. Now the pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1.
And the Yanks just need that one big hit they've been lacking so far.
As a look, now the pitch. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Here's the 1-1. In there at the letters, 1-2 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Runners are at the corners with one man out. Now the 1-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
And I think that's what they were trying to set him up for. Going with that changeup down in the zone on a 1-2 count. Very difficult to react to, but he did a great job of holding back.
The 2-2 coming. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. And a backhanded try, but it's just out of reach, and that's going to score the run from third.
Well, apparently, they've still got a pulse here. A run is in to score on the base hit, and now, with another hit or two, they could really make this interesting.
Didi Gregorius will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. First pitch to him. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, he's still got that good movement on the 2-seamer. He's been throwing it well all night long.
He's set, now the pitch. Having success with the fastball here, it's 0-2 now.
And on the mound, you can tell he's not in here to mess around. He means business.
From the stretch. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. One there. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Boy, and this would have been a really costly double play, but fortunately he's hustling all the way down the line, and he's able to beat that throw on the back end.
Stephen Drew will get his shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 7. First pitch coming. In there, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Now a fastball here as this is slashed the other way over the third baseman's head. A fair ball. And a relay to the plate. And it's in time, and he's out at the plate. So 1 run's across, but the second one is cut down trying to score. So 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Red Sox 8 and the Yankees 4. Xander Bogaerts will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. First pitch coming. A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. And Teixeira steps on first himself to record the out. 8th inning now from Yankee Stadium. Yankees and Red Sox with Boston out in front in this one as you get a look at the line score through the first 7 innings. Ryan Hennigan will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the first offering. And a drive out to deep right center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll pull in there with a one-out double.
Now batting.
And after going hitless in last night's ball game, he's turned things around here. That's his second hit of the ball game, and he's in at second base with a well-hit double.
Brock Holt will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Now the first pitch. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
He might have had visions of another home run there. This pitch is right in his wheelhouse, but he winds up swinging right underneath it, popping it straight up.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. And this is lined right back up the middle. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Oh, and he ignores the third base coach and heads for home. And the runner will score from second.
That's all about picking up your teammate there. The guy before him pops up and can't get the run home, so he's up there saying, hey, don't worry, I got it. He knocks in the two-out RBI.
David Ortiz will try and keep things going now with the runner at first following the RBI single. Here's the first offering. He goes the other way as this is hit well out toward deep left field. He'll reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits in the inning for Boston. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Boston's out in front, 9-4. Brett Gardner will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
Left fielder, Brett Gardner.
Junichi Tazawa is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Junichi Tazawa.
Brett Gardner digs in at the plate. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And this is a fair ball as it'll head for the 314 sign. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
Chris Young will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
You think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
First pitch on the way. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. It's his 4th double here in this early part of the year. Here's a 1-0. And this is hit well towards the hole. Throw by Sandoval is in time, 1 away.
Well, this is a perfect example why these guys are losing this game. You get the leadoff double. If this ground ball goes to the right side, it's a productive out and you get the man to third, but he hits it to the left side. It's a complete waste of an at-bat.
Here's Carlos Beltran as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. On the way. Now this is popped up. But room behind the plate for Hannigan. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
That'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. But he's got to be thinking he let one get away there because that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Mark Teixeira will step in. He doubled and later scored his last time. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball sprayed foul into the seats near third. From the belt, kicks and deals. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Here's the 1-1 home to Tex. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And the Panda will put this one away. Inning over. Yanks lead one. They trail it here 9-4. Justin Wilson come on now to start the ninth inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the ninth. Mike Napoli will step in, a ground out victim his last time.
First baseman, Mike Napoli.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. This is down the left field line, and Gartner won't have a play. It's a foul ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Two-one. Swing and a rock, and that was self-defense all the way. One gone.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. As you can see, he got him way out ahead of that changeup, but he still kept his hands back, and he was able to yank that ball down the line. He just couldn't avoid that big old glove down there at third base.
Pablo Sandoval will step in, 1 for 4 in the ball game.
Come on now, let's get a K right here. Oh, yeah.
And here's the first pitch. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. Young is there now to make the play, and on one pitch, Sandoval is retired.
Up next for the Red Sox, right fielder,
Alan Craig will stride in, grounded out his last time through. Now here's the first pitch. Now a check swing on the pitch inside, but he's definitely broke the plane, and that's the first strike. Now the pitch. Now a cutter down around his shoe tops as he hops out of the way.
Nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, the pitchers have the right to work.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
A 2-1 offering. And here's a ball hit in the air. To Teixeira is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They're on top, however, 9-4. Chase Headley will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far.
Bottom of the ninth, third baseman, Chase Headley.
Now here's the first pitch. A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. Sandoval is there to make the catch, and it's a dreadful start to the bottom of the ninth. 1 pitch, 1 out.
This isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or 2. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Garrett Jones will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
And the pitch. Swung on and missed that time as Jones finds himself behind 0-2.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
Now here it comes. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And that's the second time he's been set down on strike so far in this ballgame. He just looks like a spectator. I think you need to be a little more protective up there with 2 strikes.
John Ryan Murphy is the last chance now with 2 out here in the ninth. First offering on the way. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
I like how he's approaching things here. He's got a good, safe lead, so he's not setting guys up or wasting a lot of pitches. He's coming right after everybody.
Now here's the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. And he swings and misses. A good pitch there, and the Yankees are down to their final strike now.
These guys would like to at least get someone on base here in this bottom of the ninth. Got to make them sweat a little.
The right-hander deals on 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every
Quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
And I think, all things considered, this was really a team victory. But out of everybody, I agree, he made the biggest impact out there.
So that's a wrap here this afternoon. For EK, Psycho, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com. The Red Sox win it 9-4. So long from the Bronx.